Hi there, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by another tutorial video. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how I was able to make this beautiful A-line dress with bell sleeves and lacing at the back. So please do well to watch this video to the end. Like this video, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the tutorial. So I'm making use of this Ankara fabric and it is a little over 2.5 yards, almost 3 yards. Now you're going to go ahead and fold your fabric into 4. Now to know the amount of wideness you need, you're going to go ahead and take the circumference of the largest part of your body. In this case, it is a hip circumference. Now the hip circumference I have here is 40 inches. And to that, you're going to add an extra 20 inches to it. So I have 40 inches as the circumference of the hip. I'll go ahead and add 20 extra inches to it. So in total, I'm going to have 60 inches for the wideness of my fabric. And that 60 inches I have is what I'm going to go ahead and fold into 4. Now we're folding it into 4 because we're going to be cutting the front and the back together at the same time. So just go ahead and fold it the first time and then fold the fold again. So you're going to have a fold of 4. So now I'm measuring the top layer. I'm supposed to have 15 inches. So I'm trying to make sure that I have that 15 inches from the top down to the end and everything is equal and straight. So 15 inches now because I folded it into 4. So if I count 15 inches in 4 places, I have 60, which is the total width of my fabric. I hope you understand. Now go ahead and draw out a straight line at the top, at least 1 inches from the border, and that is going to serve as my starting line and also as the shoulder line. And from that starting line, I'm going to mark down the chest line. The chest line is about 7.5 inches, but I marked 7.75 for a little ease. Still starting from the shoulder line, I'm going to measure down the shoulder to waist. Shoulder to waist is 16 inches, but I'm going to mark 15.5 inches. And then I'll just draw a straight line across, and that is the waistline. From that waistline, I'm going to mark down the hip line. That's from the waist to hip, which is 9 inches, but I'm going to mark 8 inches here. Now I'm raising the measurements and not marking the exact vertical measurements because I've noticed that whenever I make free dresses, the measurements tend to drop. Like the waist becomes a bit lower, the hip drops as well. So I like to just raise the measurements, and I've noticed that by doing this, it's just going to lap perfectly on the body after I'm done sewing. I really hope you understand what I'm trying to explain here. Now go ahead and measure the full length of this dress, which is 37 inches, and adding 1 inch for hemming allowance. So I'm marking 38 inches there. I'll draw a straight line across as well, and this is it for the vertical measurement. Now go ahead and mark out my neck width and neck depth. So I'm using a 3 by 3 inches neck width and neck depth, but I'm marking 2.5 on the fabric. So that ½ inch that I've taken out from there is going to be used to turn in the neckline later on. But I'd advise that you use more than this 3 by 3. Your neck width can be 3 inches, but your neck depth can drop lower than 3 inches, maybe 3.5 or 4 inches, because there's no zipper here and you want this to pass through your head freely. Now on the starting line and the chest line, I am marking the shoulder to shoulder measurement divided by 2 and connecting it with a straight line. I'll go ahead and mark down 1 inch for my shoulder slant, connect this to the neck width, and then I'll measure from the 1 inch shoulder slant down to the chest line, mark the midpoint and go in by about ½ inch. I'll connect this with a curve, and on the chest line, I'm going to measure the bust circumference divided by 4, and that's where the curve is going to end. This is for the armhole curve. Now I'm also curving out a little ½ inch allowance here on the side, just so that I don't forget and my fabric does not end up being too tight after I'm done sewing. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and mark out the body circumference measurement. On the chest line, which already has the bust circumference divided by 4, I'm going to add an extra 1.5 inches for ease and 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. I'll come over to the waistline, mark the waist circumference divided by 4, which is 7 inches. I'm adding 1.5 inches for ease and then 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. Go over to the hip line, do the same thing, hip divided by 4, 1.5 inches for ease and 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. Now I'm coming over to the full length. The exact thing I've marked on the hip line, I'm just going to pick my tape and mark it exactly on the full length line, and then I'll go ahead and add an extra 2 inches. Now I want the hem to be like an A line, so that's why I'm adding an extra 2 inches to the hem line. So I'll go ahead and connect the sides from the chest line down to the waist, from the waist to the hip, and then from the hip to the full length, and then I'll go ahead and just cut it out. was cutting, I got carried away with gist in the background and messed up and cut out the front and the back neckline the same way, which is not supposed to be. The back neckline is supposed to be higher than the front neckline a little bit. So you cut out the shoulders, you cut out the armhole. Make sure you add a little allowance for sewing so that you don't have shortage. So now for your back neckline, you have to make sure that you cut out the back neckline first, and then you separate the back piece of fabric from the front, and then you go ahead and cut out the front neckline. So this is the front neckline here. The back is supposed to be higher. I went ahead and fixed it. So your neck depth should be at least 1 inch, or you can use 1.5 inches so that it can pass through your head freely. But the neck width is going to be the same as the front. Okay, so I went ahead and fixed that problem, and now go ahead and make a little slit at the center front, because this does not have a zipper, so we need every ease we can get so that we can put it on freely. So for the length of the sleeve, I marked 4 inches long, but I went ahead and increased it later on to about 5 to 6 inches because it was not passing through my client's head. So you have to just make sure that your neck is wide enough, so you can use like a 3.5 or 4 inches neck width by 3.5 or 4 inches neck depth, and your slit can be about 4 or 5 inches long. Now go ahead and cut out facing for the neckline. So I'll place a little piece of fabric on fold and just cut it out just to go below the slit a little bit. So exactly the way I cut out the top part, that is from the shoulder down to below the slit for the front, I'm just going to cut out the facing exactly the same way, and I'll also slit the center front of the facing as well. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the same thing for the back. So the facing for the back as well, I'll just fold my fabric and fold a little piece of fabric. I'm folding the main fabric and then the little fabric for the facing, and I'll just cut it out. This is just to turn in the neckline properly. Now I'll go ahead and start sewing. I'll place the facing on the main fabric, right sides together. I'll sew around the neckline for the back. For the front, I'm going to place the facing on the main fabric, right sides facing also. And then I'm going to go ahead and sew around the neckline, but I'm going to go down to the slit I have here, come up and continue around the neckline. Okay, hope you understand. So this is it after sewing. I did not feel myself while sewing. Now I'm making notches around the neck so that I can turn it in, and it's going to just slip very nicely. You're also going to make sure that you notch the V part of the slit so that it turns in very nicely. So I'll notch the front and the back neckline, turn it over to the right side, and then give this a very good press. You can go ahead and add like hemming gum to the neckline to stabilize it. So I'll notch the back, turn it over and iron it as well. And then I'll proceed to join the sides. Now you're going to place the front and the back pieces on each other, right sides together. I'll first of all join the shoulders before I shape up the sides. So for the shoulders here, I'm going to pick one of the facings of the neckline, turn it over the others, and then I'll just sew across. I'll pick one of the facings, let me just call them lining pieces, turn them over, and then I'm going to sew it. And then when you turn it back, it's going to come out very neat. Now go ahead and shape the side. You know that the allowance I added for sewing the sides is 1.5 inches, and that is what I'm going to use to shape up the sides. But now there are loops on the side that you can tie behind just to snatch the waist. There are about 4 loops on each side. So I'll go ahead and take this little piece of fabric that is about 2 inches wide and just long enough. I'll go ahead and fold it and sew it so that I can have a rope and make a rope. And then I'll cut it into about 8 pieces. 4 is going to be on one side of the waist and 4 is going to be on the other side of the waist. This is what I'm going to use to make the loops on the side. And I'm going to make another rope with the same fabric, much longer than this. That's what I'm going to use to lace up these loops and tie it at the center back so that you can have a snatched waist. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut out small pieces. They're about 2 inches long. I'll fold it and then I'll put it on the inside. Now at this point I just kept filming and I did not know that I ran out of storage, so it stopped recording and I was done with the outfit. I did not have any space anymore, so I'm just going to try my best to explain very well what I did to finish up this dress. So please do well to pay attention and bear with me. Thank you very much. So now I'm going to use these brown pieces of fabric to explain how I attached the loops to the side and shaped up the side. Okay, so let us just assume that this is our dress. Please bear with me. Now this is one of the loops I have here, or one of the ropes that I cut out. You fold it this way, making sure that you have space for another rope, a little size, to pass through it comfortably or nicely at least. Now these fabrics are placed right sides together. Now remember that the allowance that I kept for sewing the side seam is 1.5 inches. So you go ahead and mark that 1.5 inches from your armhole down to the full length of the dress. You make sure that you mark your 1.5 inches side seam sewing allowance. Now the next thing is to determine where the first loop is going to start from, and that is going to be from the under bust measurement. So from the shoulder down to the under bust here is 12.5 inches, and that is where I'm going to place the first loop. Now remember that I said there's going to be 4 on each side. So after the first loop, I'm going to give a distance of 1 inch, and that's where the second loop will be, another distance of 1 inch to the third loop, and then another distance of 1 inch to the fourth loop. So 1 inch is the space between each loop. So from one loop to the other loop, 1 inch space. So now I'm going to go ahead and fold it, and then the rounded part is going to be toward the body of the dress, and then the 2 edges that are now folded together is going to be toward the side seam. That's the side seam allowance. So I'm just using this pin to just attach this here and hold it in place so that you understand what I mean. After attaching the loops to the 2 sides, you sew the sides down. Make sure that the parts that you attach the loops are tightly sewn together. And when you turn it over to the right side, you can see how it's already looking on this my brown fabric here. So what I've done with this one loop here is what you're going to do to the 4 on one side and 4 on the other side. You go ahead and shape up the sides on the wrong side. When you turn it to the right side, it's going to come out like this. So 4 on each side. Okay, you can decide to do 3 if you want. And then after this, you're going to use a longer rope that you have made to just lace up these loops and give yourself a snatched waist. Tie it at the center back, and that is all. Go ahead and finish up the rest of your dress by hemming the hemline, and then you're also going to make your sleeve and attach to the armhole of the dress. The sleeve on this dress is a bell sleeve, and I have a detailed tutorial on how to cut and sew a bell sleeve, so I did not bother just making a tutorial to add to this one. I'm going to leave the link to that tutorial in the comment section or in the description, so please do well to check it out. It is the exact thing I cut out there that I used here. And that being said, this is how the dress came out. So beautiful. I really hope you get to try this tutorial out because it is very quick and easy. Please do well to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you have any questions on this tutorial, please leave it in the comments and I'll be happy to respond. Thank you so much once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.